like a family. The original Avengers don't. But why? In just one movie, Marvel turned a bunch of broken, messy characters into something that feels warm and real, like a team that actually cares about each other. Meanwhile, the Avengers had 4 huge crossover movies together, and they still mostly felt like co-workers. Yes, the Avengers are stronger. Yes, they've saved the world more times. But being powerful doesn't automatically make you a family. So let's talk about why this happens. In a simple way anyone can understand, how the Avengers were formed. It all started in Iron Man. At the end of that movie, Nick Fury tells Tony Stark that he's putting together a superhero team. Later, in The Avengers, Fury brings everyone together to fight Loki. But here's the important part. They didn't want to be a team. The first thing they did when they met, they argued. Then they fought each other. They didn't trust each other. They didn't like each other. They were just strong people thrown into one room. They only truly teamed up after Agent Coulson died. And even then, Nick Fury kind of pushed them emotionally to work together. That's very different from becoming friends naturally. At the end of the movie, after saving the world, what happens? They all go home. Thor leaves Earth, Tony goes back to Pepper, Hawkeye returns to his family. Everyone just splits up. That doesn't feel like a family. That feels like co-workers finishing a group project. Why the Avengers never felt close? Most of the Avengers already had lives. Thor had his family in Asgard. Tony had Pepper. Hawkeye had a wife and kids. Steve Rogers lost his old life, but he adjusted quickly and made new friends. They weren't lonely people searching for connection. They were heroes who showed up when the world needed saving. Even in Avengers, Age of Ultron, when they have that party scene trying to lift Thor's hammer, it feels fun. But more like friends at work celebrating a win. It's like a sports team after a championship. They're happy, they joke around, but that doesn't automatically mean they're deeply connected. There is one moment that almost feels like family. When they hide out at Hawkeye's house. We see them slow down. We see them talk. We see arguments that feel personal. For a moment, they almost feel like a real group. But it's just one small part of a very big action movie. Because Avengers movies are about huge threats. The world, the universe. Everything is always in danger. There isn't much time for quiet emotional bonding. Even in the big movies. In Avengers, Infinity War and Avengers, Endgame, the stakes are even bigger. Now they're trying to save the entire universe. We get amazing action. We get epic battles. We get powerful sacrifices. But do we get a lot of small, emotional, family-style moments? Not really. They're focused on stopping Thanos. There's no time to sit down and say, "Hey, how are you feeling today?" After each big event, they split up again. After Age of Ultron, they split. After Civil War, they fight and split. After Infinity War, they're separated. After Endgame, they go their own ways again. That's not how families usually work. Families stick around, even when there's no emergency. Now, let's look at the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts are very different. At the start of Thunderbolts, they don't trust each other either. But here's the key difference. They are all broken and lonely. John Walker lost his reputation and respect. Ghost lost her family and was experimented on. Bucky feels guilty about his past. Bob, Sentry, had a painful childhood and no real friends. Yelena feels empty and lost after losing her sister. These people don't have happy homes to return to. They don't have strong support systems waiting for them. They need each other. That changes everything. Why the Thunderbolts feel like a family? The Thunderbolts don't just fight a villain, they fight their pain. When they face the void, they can't win by punching harder. The final battle becomes emotional instead of physical. They have to support each other. There's a powerful moment where Yelena admits she feels alone. That scene isn't about saving the world, it's about saving each other. And at the end of the movie, they stay together. Not because someone orders them to, not because the world forces them, but because they want to. They move into the same place. They stick close. They choose to be together. That feels like family. The big difference. Here's the simplest way to explain it. The Avengers were formed to save the world. The Thunderbolts were formed to survive their own pain. The Avengers work together because they are needed. The Thunderbolts stay together because they need each other. That's a huge difference. The Avengers are heroes first. The Thunderbolts are broken people first. Why scale matters? Avengers movies are massive events. Cities explode. Aliens invade. Universes collapse. There's pressure to keep things exciting every few minutes. But Thunderbolts wasn't sold as the biggest movie ever. It was sold as a story about misfits learning to trust each other. That gave the movie time to breathe, time for conversations, time for quiet scenes, time for emotional honesty. And that's why the ending feels personal. Instead of a giant explosion solving everything, the solution is connection. They win by choosing each other. So, are the Avengers a family? They care about each other. They respect each other. They fought side by side. But they don't really live like a family. They don't constantly lean on each other emotionally. They reunite when the world is ending, not when someone is hurting. The Thunderbolts, on the other hand, feel incomplete alone. Together, they feel whole. Final thoughts. The Avengers are the greatest superhero team on Earth, but they're more like coworkers who respect each other and show up when it's time to save the world. The Thunderbolts? They're messy, they argue, they've made mistakes, but they stay. And sometimes staying matters more than saving the world. That's why the Thunderbolts feel like a family, and the Avengers don't.